Hi everyone, my name is Thomas Kim. Today is 26/2021. This is my 27th episode about must-know C++ syntax, Qt6 and 3D graphics with Vulkan. In this episode, I will explain never get confused parentheses with curly brace, std vector, initialization and construction, second episode. If you haven't watched my previous video here, please watch it. Without further ado, let's get started. In Visual Studio, select empty space, click this button, 027, never ever confused, never.cpp, Ctrl B, include, talkplay fun, output HPP, talkplay fun, S stream, constant auto, ender, talkplay fun, ender. C++11 standard introduced std initializer list t for std vector template type name element type class vector public vector explicit size t size vector std initializer. It should be element type list string constructor a and l. Copy this, paste constructor b. Now I create a function template type name t void init function std initializer list t list. Now void test init function calling int main. Now we are calling this function like this. Okay, we have to pass argument. For example, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Does not work. See? It does not work. Then we can call like this. Init function. Please note that we are calling this function. For example, 3.0, 5.0, 6.0, 8.0. We used curly brace. It works. It works. I copy it again. Please watch it carefully. Now 5.5f, it does not work. Does not work. It does not work. Because double, this is float. T means single type. The same type. List of numbers of same type T. So this is different type. This is float. This is double. If I remove curly brace, it still does not work. But if I use curly brace and I make the same type, it works. Okay? Once again, it works if I remove parentheses, curly brace, it does not work. It does not work. No, it doesn't. I put curly brace, it works. Now, here, we are testing this class. Cut, paste, void test vector. This is our custom vector. Now, vector A, we pass 5. It does not work. Why it does not work? See? Class vectors template parameter is element type. This element type has nothing to do with this constructor. So, we have to specify type, such as double. Okay? It works. Because this is size, 5 can be size t. This double, this element. If we remove it, it does not work. No, it does not. See the squiggle. Restore it back, it works. This is calling this constructor. Now, vector, watch very carefully. B, it works. It works. If it doesn't. It doesn't. In this case, we have to provide float or even std vector double. See? This is type. It works. It works. It works. Now once again, vector C, it works. It works perfectly. Vector D, watch very carefully. Vector 5.6, 7.8, 7.6, double, it works. Why? Why it works? See, this is equivalent to vector C voila. I will say E, C1. This syntax is exactly the same. This syntax is exactly the same. Vector D, I see D1, it does not work, but cut, copy, paste. This syntax is exactly the same. So, this syntax is exactly the same. This syntax is exactly the same. This syntax exactly the same. If you still don't understand, then I will give you one more example. This function takes one argument. So init function, we are calling this function by passing one argument. This is one argument. This is one argument. Please note this syntax. This is one argument for list of same type T. Now, here once again, I will fold it up. Void test vector again. We are calling this vector constructor A. We pass one argument. Here, one argument 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 8. One argument. This one argument. This can be expressed B like this. The same. This one calls this constructor. So std initializer list T has a special position when used as the parameter of a constructor. Please understand that this class vector has two constructors, one constructor, another constructor. In this case, one initializer list, one argument. In this case, element type T is tied. The type of this list, its element type are tied, bound. So from this list maps to this list. From this list, we can deduce element type, the same type, integer. So we can find out element type of class vector. So we don't need to provide argument here. Now, vector E5, one argument, this 5. In this case, vector cannot deduce this type, element type, because this is size t. This is template type, not tied. In this case, this is list. So we provide list. Now this is valid. This list corresponds to this list. So this is now int, because this list element type is int. But if we remove, this is not list. So we have to provide type. For example, SED vector int. This is type. This type amounts to element type. This pipe corresponds to this size. Now this is equivalent to F5. This syntax are equivalent. This maps to this initializer list. Stream allocate size bytes. Here stream allocate list size elements. Now for the initialization and create vector A5 int vector B 4.0 5.0 7.0. We call this function in the function main. In the command prompt, cl ehsc sdd c++17 never.cpp fe m.exe cls_m. In this case, construct A5. Construct A is called. This constructor is called 5 bytes. Allocate 5 bytes. Okay? In this case, constructor B is called. This constructor is called allocate 3 elements. 1, 2, 3. Or we can say allocate times size of element type. This element type bytes. In this case, we can say times size of this element type. M. Now for the test STD vector. STD vector int A5. Allocate 5 ints. STD vector B 1.0, 2.0, 3.0. Allocate 3 doubles, totally different, and initialize with 1, 2, 3. This is STD vector. This is our custom vector. STD vector, right click, go to definition. In the class STD vector, Scroll down, size, count. I will arrange side by side. Size T size. Size type count. Scroll down, initializer list. Initializer list. std vector is implemented like our custom class. To allocate pipe ins, we have to use parentheses. We must use parentheses to allocate pipe ins. 5 ins. We must use curly brace to allocate 3 doubles of identical type and initialize with curly brace to map to initializer list. Are you still confused?